Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. And welcome to Bland Shit 101. That's disgusting. You ever have one of those pesky ideas that seems unique, original, and charmingly inventive? Don't you just hate those? Why can't we make something that's tired and dated, with no originality whatsoever? Why can't it be more like Blank Cheque? For you see, Blank Cheque is the height of cinematic blandness, taking a relatively clever and new idea and sucking all the creativity out of it so that it becomes a forgettable piece of nothing, leaving no impression at all. How could any film accomplish such an incredible feat? Well, let's watch this pathetic piece of ass droppings to find out. Now, most films would begin with a unique way of showing their title, trying to distinguish itself and give it its own style. But not Blank Cheque, they just show it. My god, is that uninventive? As if to say, really your ticket stub is the only written title you need for this film, anything else would just be an extravagance. We see a criminal named Quigley escape from prison and get a briefcase of money that he hid while he was put away. We then cut to our main character named Preston.
Dad, I've given this some thought, and I've decided that...
Why, I think he's really talking to his dad. That's why we're in this tight, uncomfortable shot that doesn't show his father, right? Why else would they obviously frame this in such an awkward way? Oh, it's a goldfish. You see, this trick has been used a dozen times in other films, but that just adds to the blandness that Blank Cheque has to offer. I sure hope there's more to be unimpressed by.
Out of the way, stick boy.
Oh, there is! Two obnoxious brothers who like to pick on him all the time. You mean we get two unintelligent bullies that have no human emotion outside of just being a stereotypical teen antagonist? It must be my birthday!
Hey, this is my life savings!
Consider yourself our silent partner.
So apparently Preston is upset because his father treats his brothers better because they're trying to start their own business, and Preston hasn't yet. Even though he's like 7.
They need the space for their business.
Not my space.
Well, young man in this family industry gets rewarded. See, while you're in here playing, your brothers are hard at work. Surprise.
Whoa, check it out.
Preston, maybe you could teach your brothers how to use it.
Oh, and did I mention that he's the only one who knows how to operate a computer? Yeah, the two brothers who want to start their own business don't know how to operate a computer. More bullshit, please!
Damien and Ralph sleep but to face. But to face.
Who said
but
that?
To face.
Type quick.
But to face.
Hit
but
delete.
to face.
We'll turn it
but
off.
To face.
We can't let a computer that nobody outside this room can hear talk smack about us!
Face.
Ow. Don't rub it, be a man.
Don't rub it, be a man. Yeah, I had that t-shirt growing up too. So Preston is invited to a birthday party of a kid who doesn't like him. I'm not sure how that works. As the kid greets Preston in a classic manner.
It's Presto the Pesto!
Oh, that's right! Always trust Disney to be 20 years behind what's currently popular. Personally, I would prefer the Psych Hitler. So because his cheap-ass father gave him such little money, he only gets to ride the dorky rides while all the other kids get to enjoy the larger rides. Proving that money is the only thing to make you truly happy.
You need some cash?
Nah, we got a bunch of change.
It's not fair. Why can't I have anything?
Well, Preston, they have jobs and they've learned to save.
How can I save money if I don't have any?
A penny saved is a penny earned.
Douche! Meanwhile, the Quigley guy goes to visit an old friend who's an owner of a bank. It turns out his bills are marked, so he's gonna send in a guy named Juice to get new ones. Why can't he just get them now? Because this is Bland Shit 101! I love that title screen. So Preston goes to the bank to see if he can deposit just $11 when we're introduced to the hot chick of the movie. Oh my god!
Hi, can you see okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. I would like to open an account, please.
$11. Do you have any other money you'd like to deposit, Mr. Waters?
I'd like to make a deposit in your skirt. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm afraid we have a minimum balance. It's $200.
$200?
Whenever you're ready, please come back and see me, okay? My name's Shay Stanley.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I sure hope I can buy you at the end of this movie. So Preston gets his bike run over by the Quigley guy, who sees a cop and forgets to write out the amount in the check to cover the injury. So you think his folks would be relieved that he's okay, right? Not in the impractical world of Blanchett 101.
I thought we understood about taking care of our valuables.
It was a piece of junk.
Well, if that's how you feel about a gift from your parents, I don't see giving you a new one for your birthday.
I don't want a new bike. I want my own room.
I'm warning you, you're on thin ice as it is about the bike.
What I want is my own house.
That's it, young man. Until further notice, you're grounded.
That'll teach him to almost get run over. I almost had to summon an emotion there. So Preston realizes that he has the blank check and decides to put it to good use. Good old-fashioned criminal use.
$1 million.
Did the film score just gasp? So he tries to deposit the check but gets called into the head of the bank because they don't believe him.
We have a little problem here.
What is it, Mrs. Udowitz?
Someone thinks this is some kind of game.
I see. Is there much of a line out there, Mrs. Udowitz?
Yes, we're swamped.
And what are you doing here? Please.
Is it me, or is the actor playing the head of the bank the same actor who's playing the female teller? Could they do that back then?
Juice?
No thanks, I'm not thirsty.
That's right, he mistakes the kid for juice. You see, all adults are friggin' idiots in Blanchett 101, especially in kids' films. However, it turns out the real Juice is downstairs asking to see the head of the bank as well.
Look, my name is Juice. And I got something right here, and I wonder if you'd be so kind enough as to cash it for me.
Okay, who is this guy anyway? He seems to pop up in my reviews all the time. He was the non-surfing brother in Surf Ninjas, the horny singing lizard in Ferngully, and now he's a con man in this. Stop following me, strange man with kind of cool voice! Or Tone Lock, whatever the hell your name is!
Oh, sweetie, sweetie. What's wrong with you, little boy?
I'm sorry.
Now, you know you ought to be in school.
Don't make me sing about how I'm gonna eat you.
If I'm gonna eat somebody.
So the bank guy finds out he's been had as the kid first decides to buy a friggin' castle with the money he just got. And wouldn't you know it, the Quigley guy is trying to buy it too. That's a smart escaped convict, trying to draw as little attention to himself and keep a low profile by living in a castle.
Hello?
Good afternoon. I'd like to make a cash offer on your house.
Well, I'm a total moron, so continue.
I have an offer on the table of
$300,000.
We'll take it.
Just one thing, sir. What is your name?
My name is Macintosh.
Well, congratulations, Mr. McIntosh.
I think you mean Mr. Product Plug.
You have a house.
So Preston uses all his money claiming that it belongs to a fictional guy named Macintosh. But wait a minute, this movie almost has a creative premise going. Surely there must be some way we can make it more conventional. How about a comic relief limo driver? There we go. And make sure not one word of his dialogue is funny.
I'm waiting for a client here.
But I'm your client.
Oh, right, yeah. And I'm Madonna. If you want to ride in this, you need some buckaroos, buccarinis, some moolah, some dinero, some money, some frog skins, much similar to the money you've given me. In fact, identical to the money you've given me right now. I was just kidding about being Madonna.
I love comedy relief that provides no comedy or relief. But wait, don't bland, uninventive comedies need to have mindless montages? Oh yeah, the movie's styling now! Oh, did I mention that the limo driver is along for the ride too? I don't think he invited him along or anything. He just started coming with. It's okay, they're rich. Ah, gee, this story seems way too simple. Isn't there some way we can make it needlessly complicated? Well, it turns out that attractive banker is actually not a banker at all. She's an FBI agent, trying to find the money that Quigley stole before. That seems totally unneeded and implausible. Way to shitty it up, movie. I almost enjoyed a few seconds there.
Hey, you know this guy, what is it, McIntyre?
Macintosh.
Ah, Macintosh, yeah. Why does he get a kid like you to go out and buy all this stuff for him?
He never had a real childhood, so now that he's really, really rich, he can have all the fun that he couldn't have when he was a kid.
Sounds like a modern-day Michael Jackson to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm personally glad to have made the first Michael Jackson joke since he died. I miss the man. We all do. But time has come to laugh again. Laugh at the oddness, laugh at the strange behavior. Don't let the fear of bad taste hold you back. You see, Michael Jackson was an odd person. Very, very odd person. But the reason we can still laugh at him is because he was also something that we can never take away. A genius. Don't be afraid, people. No matter how hard you laugh, he will always be a genius. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and the time has come to laugh once more. Anyway, Preston comes across Shay, the FBI agent, who doesn't question at all that a kid is riding in a limo and suddenly has money now.
So, I'm thinking about coming into the bank tomorrow and opening my account.
Wow, you got the $200 already?
Just about.
All right, well, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
J. Edgar Hoover, she ain't. So he orders a bunch of product placements as a ton of adjustments are made to the castle and his douche dad is none the wiser.
Yeah, who is McIntosh?
I work for him. He's paying me.
Yeah, but who is he? I never met him.
You haven't met him?
No, I haven't met him.
He's heard about you.
Really?
Ah! A couple seconds of development and explanation! Aren't there any crappy montages we can cut to? Here we go! That's right, bring on the needless padding! Continue to film scenes that are only made for the trailer. You know, I'm starting to wonder if you can really get this much for $1 million. I mean, I know it's a lot, but I don't even think Donald Trump could have a house like this. So Shay starts to think there's something suspicious about Mr. McIntosh. No, you think? So Preston convinces her to go on a date where he assures her that Mr. McIntosh will appear. Henry, the limo driver, gives him some pointers. Uh-oh, I smell hilarious quirkiness coming up.
I'm going to tell you about the real deal on dating, which I know, okay? First of all, women love a great body. They love, look at this bod. Whoa, see, of course, you got a bod now that's of a Greek god, really. Think about it. I mean, women like you to have a good bod because they want to feel they're protected. You might have to fight some guy, but not with those arms. You don't want to hit a guy with those arms because those pythons would take a guy's head off. That all-you-can-eat salad bar, women love that. Take some with you, Line your pockets with plastic bags. Put the food in there because it doesn't say all you can eat here. Does it say here on the sign? I don't think so.
I apologize. There was clearly nothing funny in there. I quite frankly don't know what that scene was about. So Preston lets his family know that he's going out to help McIntosh again, even though he's grounded.
McIntosh may have a pile of money, but he doesn't decide when my son is or isn't grounded.
Grounded.
So much for Plan 442.
What do you know about Plan 442?
I didn't want to say it, but I told Mr. McIntosh about your Plan 442, and he was very, very interested. Yep, I promised him I'd bring a copy of it tonight and show it to him.
Let me get you a fresh copy of the prospectus.
No, I'll get a copy of it, sweetheart.
It's good to know that this movie is teaching young kids that love can be bought.
Maybe I should go over and meet...
No!
Why not?
You ruined everything. He has a date tonight, and he's very nervous about it. Might be up pretty late. This woman.
Lucky dog.
And they're officially more dysfunctional than the Manson family. He dresses up in a suit that even the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would find a bit much as our 7-year-old hero tries to wine and dine a 20-something-year-old FBI agent.
Mr. McIntosh is very interested in you.
He is?
He's never met anybody like you before.
He's never met me before, period.
Technically, no, but he's been thinking a lot about you lately.
Kid, you haven't hit puberty yet. Girls are just cootie-filled gross magnets at that point. Oh, and the world's greatest FBI agent still doesn't catch on that there's something weird about the fact that she's dating a kid right now. Perhaps we could analyze this and understand why neither of their motivations match their characters. But not in Bland Shit 101. It's been over 2 minutes. How about some lame jokes?
Is he an entrepreneur?
No, he's American.
Good, good! And since there's clearly no interest in developing our characters, let's end with a pratfall. Oh, blank check. Your quest for cinematic forgetfulness is beyond compare. So, still benign to the whole dating a kid thing, Preston takes her to a spot that he knows she'll enjoy.
3, 2,
1. We're gonna get some No.
Oh, wet woman. So even though he's gotten wet what is probably a very expensive outfit, she just seems to laugh and giggle throughout the whole thing. Okay, I'm not a woman, but if I was, I would deck the little bastard. But she may not have to as the criminals spot Preston and try to nab it. Alright, Blanchett 101, get ready for wah-wah music and shrug in 3, 2, 1...
He got away again! I don't believe this! He got away again!
Oh hey, I guess the banker guy was so upset he fell back to the ground in a jump cut. I sure hope they don't get wet again. Ooh! So did Preston's plan to embarrass himself and ruin her outfit work in his favor?
I had such a good time.
Me too.
Good night, Preston.
Good night, Shay.
Ooh, the high five of shame. It's one thing if they hug you or try to shake your hand, but a high five? That's gotta hurt. So the crooks find that one bratty kid and force him to tell them where they can find Preston.
Why don't you just tell me what I need to know?
Round numbers.
I don't think you get the picture, Sonny. Maybe you need a better view.
Preston Waters, 1508 Oak Street, Hillsdale, Indiana.
Thank God you just cut to that picture of the same building instead of dangling me off it, or else I would have really been scared. So Preston says he's gonna have a birthday party for McIntosh when it's really his birthday. So he finds out that he's actually spent all the money and can't pay for the party. Just at the same point where the father comes in and, of course, mistakes him for McIntosh.
You don't have kids, do you, Mr. McIntosh? Well, I'll tell you, it's very easy to make mistakes with them. I haven't always paid enough attention to my kids.
I feel like I never see my kids, even when they're right in front of me.
I'm afraid he's missing out on his childhood. So am I.
This speech is terrible.
We appreciate you sending Preston home early.
After his dad leaves, he sends everybody home and waits in the castle by himself, where of course, the bad guys arrive. So some burglars are trying to break into a place and there's just one lone kid there to defend it. What's that movie that everybody was trying to rip off at that point in time? Oh, Home Alone! And I just so happen to have the Home Alone rip-off checklist right here. Let's get marking. Impractical trap foiled by unimaginably stupid villains? Check! Gratuitous shot to the crotch resulting in cartoony sound effects? Oh, check! Unfunny dialogue hoping to be turned into an obnoxious catchphrase?
That must have hurt.
Check! Oh, will the hilarious moments ever stop? Ripping off other hilarious moments? So of course the bad guys catch up with him and are about to make him pay. This looks like a job for a predictable conclusion. Bring in the cops who just so happen to show up at the right time!
FBI, Biederman.
So the bad guys get arrested as Preston tries to see if there's any future for him and Shay.
So when can I see you again, Shay?
Why don't you give me a call and say about 10 years?
5.
7.
6.
Okay. It's a date.
Oh my God! Big touch! Stop arresting that Kazam guy! We have lip-to-lip contact here! Hurry! So Preston goes home not to an angry house of parents who should rightfully punish him, but to a birthday cake to celebrate another year on this planet. So I guess the moral of the story is bad deeds always go unpunished and money is the root of all happiness. But really, would you expect any other message from the Disney Corporation? So now you know how to turn your creative, charming little idea into an unimaginative, depraved piece of forgettable, bland shit. Just watch Blank Cheque as a reference and you'll do fine. And now I'd like to turn off my calm, pleasant teaching demeanor in order to show you what I really think about this movie. Fuck you all! I feel much better. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, I remembered, so you don't have to.